Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Never7, The End of Infinity. Now, first off, it has been quite a few days since well, not quite a few days. Probably like 2 or 3 days since I played this game. So, I apologize for not having the videos out. Especially since this is kind of the crucial points with the final route. So, hopefully, I won't be hindered again in the coming however longer it takes for me to do this game. And she was about to spill some beans. I'm sure I was ready to see what beans she was giving out, so I'm trying to find out if there is any sort of alliteration that could mean. I don't think there's any alternate alliteration that can mean. I'm not sure if alliteration is the right word for that. Metaphor, that's the word, right? Anyway, yeah, she was fixing to tell him stuff about time travel. They're in the graveyard when they finally got some time alone. So let's see what happens.
第三の特徴は証明されてしまったのよ。
Wait a minute, Izumi-san. What does that mean? You said earlier that we didn't conduct an experiment once? It can't be. Are you lying to me again?
そうじゃないの。私の言ったことは確かに本当なの。今まで誠くんを騙したことなんか一度もないのよ。
What you're saying isn't making any sense. What did you mean by the experiment succeeded? Their trait was proven. Why do you say that?
今目の前にあるこの現実、私たちがこうして奇妙な現実を経験していること、それが何よりの証拠なの。タイムスリップ、無限ループ、予知のこと、その全てが第三の特徴の正しさを証明してるのよ。
I don't get it. I don't get a single word of what you're saying. Speak in layman's terms. And then pretend like you're a layman trying to speak to a dumber layman about what's going on. After all, think about it carefully. The rice, the earthquake, the battery, the dinner, the cards. Even though no one deceived me, I was correct about all of them. In other words, this experiment of yours is completely unrelated to the occurrence of the phenomenon known as premonitions. No matter how I think about it, it's illogical to consider that these chains of phenomena are related to the experiment.
おかしくなんかないのよ。きっとこういうことだと思うの。そもそも誠くんがまだこの無限ループに巻き込まれる前、一番最初にこの6日間を体験してた時は、誠くんには予知なんてできなかったんじゃないのかな。
Okay, I see what she's saying. The very, very, very first 6 days, not the 6 days that we experienced for these 6 days, but the way back 6 days.
その時はまだお米のことも地震のことも誠くんは何も知らなかった。そしてその時間の中にいた過去の私は予定通り実験を開始してしまったんだと思う。多分何らかの方法で誠くんに予知能力があるかのように信じ込ませたのね。やがて誠くんの意識の中にはキュレイシンドロームの兆候が現れ始めた。つまり誠くんはある種の妄想を抱き始めるようになったということ。ところがその妄想内容は私の予想していたものとは少し違っていたの。誠くんは予知能力があると思ったわけではなく、自分はタイムスリップしたのではと考えるようになった。
I can have premonitions because I've experienced the future once.
そんな風に思い込んでしまったのよ。予定では実験はそのまま何事もなく終わるはずだった。4月7日 午前0時、誠くんに全てを打ち明ければ妄想は妄想のまま跡形もなく消え失せてしまうはずだったの。
But that's not what happened. That isn't what happened. Okay, here's an interesting aspect to this. Are them other realities, do they actually happen? He made them happen, didn't he? Or is it actually a delusion? I don't know, I'm still kind of foggy on this. I'm just thinking that when he hooked up with Haruka, and he, or even Kurumi to some extent, well, Kurumi actually would have been a little bit more pertinent, sort of. I wonder if Izumi actually ever would have told him in the future, you know how you met, my sister? I was actually planning on conducting an experiment on you during that time. Ha! Funny, ha! Ha! I wonder if that happened, or would have happened, or did happen in the future, but in the past. Alternate reality crap. Because that could have changed some stuff. You would think. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
その直前に最悪の事態が起こってしまったから。
Those would have been breaking the loop, so how did he keep doing it? That's what I'm confused about, because supposedly he broke the infinite loop, so he shouldn't keep going back. Unless Izumi was the first one that he... What if this is actually the first one that the first route he actually really took, and somehow, I don't know. I'm gonna keep reading because I don't know what I'm talking about.
私が死んでしまったから。その光景を目の当たりにした誠くんはきっとこんなことを考えてくれたんだと思う。
I want to go back to the past. I want to go back to the past and change history. And I have a miraculous ability that will enable me to do that.
その強い思念が誠くんの中にあった現実を歪めたのよ。妄想が新たな現実を生み出したの。
And so I returned to the past. That was the first time I really time traveled. It was arranged that the me who had already experienced the future had real premonitions. But wait, then how do you explain my memories? Even though I only had vague memories in the earlier histories, right now I have complete memories that I can easily remember.
そう、私も誠くんと同じことを思った。そもそも記憶というのは脳に蓄積されるものでしょ。だとすると今の私たちの脳はタイムスリップする直前のそれと同じものということになる。けれどこの時間の中には私も誠くんも一人しかいない。
It'd be highly confusing if it wasn't. That would make for quite a complicated visual novel. There's like B and Makoto's walking around, and B and all the other characters.
ということは私たちは肉体と共に時間を遡ってきたわけじゃないということになる。
So then, where did these memories come from?
その答えはもう出てるわ。この記憶はどこからやってきたわけでもないの。私たちの脳は4月6日のあの時間にとどまったままなのよ。つまり私たちはタイムスリップなんかしていなかったの。
What are you saying now?
ねえ誠くん、ひょっとしたらこの現実は誰かの妄想の中の出来事かもしれないよね。
In a delusion?
誠くんにとっては誠くんの中に芽生えた妄想で、私にとっては私の中に芽生えた妄想。 私はさっきから誠くんが過去に戻ったなんて一言も言ってないよね。
Perhaps, speaking about memories and time travel and stuff, perhaps their memories got stored in the bell. Yeah. I don't know. Just random. That would actually tie the bells into it somehow. Because that's not being explained, and that's obviously an important part of this story. So that would tie it in somehow. Kind of silly. I mean, how would you store a memory inside of a bell? You know, they do. You know, there are psychics. You know, they can take. You know, supposedly. I mean, supposedly, yeah, obviously. But you know, you've seen. You know, you've read stories or seen stories where they've been caught in by the police. They take jewelry from a murdered victim and be able to suddenly have information or something. I wonder if that's kind of what they're talking about, because they died with the bells, so that would be kind of an interesting possibility if the memories are actually stored, or if actually the soul was somehow. I don't know.
過去に戻りたいという強い思念が誠くんの中にあった現実を歪めたって。誠くんは私が死ぬ光景を目撃して過去に戻りたいと強く願った。だけどその思いは誠くんの意識を過去に戻したんじゃなくて、理想の過去を追想妄想させただけなんじゃないかしら。観察者の意志が過去の事実を決めるシュレディンガーの猫のような現象がもしも日常的に私たちの身の回りに起こっているとしたら。
It would be strange if he was delusional and he was like, I want Izumi to live, and then delusional Izumi was telling him, dude, this might just be a delusion. That would be kind of ironic. That the delusion of the person he tried to save is telling him that she might be a delusion. That might not be irony. It's a strange thing, though, potentially. I think this is more of a science fiction story, so I highly doubt that this is really what's happening. Something to think about, though.
誰かの強い願望が過去の事実を変えてしまう。そんなこともありえない話じゃないと思うの。事実、キャビン博士はそういった現象を実際に体験してるわけだし。でもね、それは何も過去にタイムスリップして歴史を変えてしまうっていう意味なんかでは決してないの。妄想したその瞬間に過去を変えてしまう、そういう意味なのよ。要するに誠くんは私が死ぬ光景を見たその瞬間、そうはならない別の可能性を妄想したということ。もっと正確に言うと、
The music stopped. This feels like this could be a big moment.
そうはならない別の可能性を妄想しているということなの。
Then right now, the reality I see before my eyes is...
そう、誠くんの妄想の中の出来事に過ぎないのよ。
You have to be pretty screwed up in the head for your delusions to be psychoanalyzing your butt. That's... that would be quite fascinating. I wonder if... Yeah, that's pretty fascinating. That's ridiculous.
バカなこと。私もそう思うわ。 けれどそうじゃなければ全てを説明することができないの。例えばトランプのこと。
Okay, well, here's a good question you can throw at her. Are you thinking? Can you think as a delusion? If you think you're thinking as a delusion, then you're the crazy one. That would be kind of a badass thing you could say.
誠くんは46枚のカードの位置を全部暗記するなんてことが可能だと思う？絶対に無理なのよ。そんなことできるはずがないの。誠くんはそこにあるカードの数字を覚えてたんじゃない。ただそこにあるカードの数字を作っていただけなのよ。1枚のカードをめくった瞬間、それが同じ数字になるように誠くんは現実を決めていたの。まるで蓋を開けた瞬間、猫の生死が決まるように、共存した可能性の中から誠くんは自らの意志でそのうちの一つを選び出していたの。そしておそらく他の余地もこれと同じ現象だったんだと思う。誠くんがお米がないと言ったからお米はなくなった。地震が来ると言ったから地震が来た。夕飯はカレーだと言ったから夕飯はカレーになった。逆に言えば、もしもあの時誠くんが夕飯はシチューだと言ってたら、
That actually did happen.
夕飯のメニューはシチューというのが現実になっていたのかもしれないの。そうやって今この瞬間にも誠くんは新しい現実を作り続けているのよ。4月6日土曜日、あの最悪の出来事が起こって、でも誠くんは死という事実をどうしても受け入れることができなかった。それで私が死なない過去、歴史を新たに想像することにしたんだと思う。最初はこの6日間に経験した一切の記憶を頭の中から完全に抹消して別の歴史を作ろうとした。けれどそれはうまくはいかなかった。なぜならあらゆる記憶が存在しないから、妄想の中の現実においても誠くんは同じ行動を繰り返すだけだったの。そこで誠くんは次にこう考えた。
I decided to try remembering just a little bit about the events of these 6
少
days.
しだけ。だから死という記憶に関してもその具体的な内容は消去することにして、ただぼんやりと誰かが亡くなるという抽象的な形でだけ覚えてることにしたのよ。だけどそれでも妄想の中の歴史を変えることはできなかった。やむを得ず誠くんはついに最後の手段を使うことにしたの。
I'll try undertaking all my memories.
ただしこれがねじ曲げられた過去であるという事実だけは隠蔽することにした。妄想ってそれを抱いてる人の中ではしっかりとした整合性を持って存在するものなの。同じように誠くんもこの空想上の過去に整合性を与えるため、説得力を与えるために自分が妄想しているという事実だけは絶対に覚えているわけにはいかなかった。
That's a really long sentence from her end.
そこで無限ループという架空の物語を創作することにしたのよ。
Everything in these endlessly repeating 6 days were real events.
妄想などでは決してなかったと自分自身に信じ込ませるためにね。
Then, right now, the Izumi stand before my eyes is also nothing more, nothing more than a character from my fantasy. Right now, the details you're telling me aren't actually being spoken by Izumi-san. It's just something I'm willfully imagining in my head.
誠くんの中ではね。 誠くんの中では多分そうだと思う。誠くんは私が死なないという歴史を作り上げた瞬間に本当の現実世界に戻るのよ。それができた瞬間に無限ループは現実の出来事として成立するの。誠くんのいる世界の中で本当の真実の歴史として存在するようになるってこと。
Within me and the world I exist in. I don't understand what you're saying, Izumi-san. In the first place, you've just explained to me, but what about you? The reason you time traveled, you're not saying that even that's a delusion, are you? If that's the case, then what about my existence? Are you saying the person known as me is nothing but an existence in your delusion? It's not yes, is it? I'm a human who has his own personality. I'm not a fictional character created by your consciousness. Yeah, Makoto is not a fictional character created by someone's consciousness. Nor is Izumi.
誠くん、現実というのはそもそも主観的にしか判断できないものでしょ。誠くんの中の現実は誠くんだけにしか見ることはできないし、私の中の現実は私だけにしか見ることはできないの。誠くんの周りにある世界は誠くんだけの世界。私の周りにある世界は私だけの世界。誠くんの意識が消滅すれば誠くんの世界も終わりを告げるし、私の意識が滅びれば私の世界も消えてなくなってしまうの。
Here's the confusing thing. She is saying that she thinks that he's a delusion. I wonder if she's more or less trying to convince herself rather than him. Because that would explain things. Perhaps she's thinking that she's actually become part of the Curie virus rather than Makoto. She's just kind of bouncing it off of him since he's there, delusionally, from what she's thinking.
だからこの現実も誠くんにとっては誠くんの中に芽生えた妄想で、私にとっては私の中に芽生えた妄想なのよ。
The whole thing about the shared delusion, though, I just don't quite see how that could happen. You know, it would take something, out there for that to be able to happen. Psychic type stuff, ESP, for them to both be delusional in the same manner.
私は誠くんが死ぬ光景を目の当たりにして今別の歴史を作ろうとしてる。誠くんが死なないという歴史を作り上げた瞬間に本当の現実世界に戻るの。私の世界の中ではキュレイシンドロームに侵されていたのは誠くんではなく私だったと。誠くんはまだ私が何もしていないのに次から次へと未来の出来事を言い当てていった。私にしてみればそれは奇跡としか言いようがない現象だったの。そう、私は実際に奇跡を目撃したのよ。当然のこととしてキュレイシンドロームの第3の特徴、つまり妄想が真実になるという妄想を抱くようになってしまったの。やがて訪れた最悪の事態、誠くんの死。 その光景を見た私は強くこう願ったの。
I want to go back to the past. I want to go back to the past and completely change history. And now I know that this is possible. I know delusions can become reality. A strong thought can produce a new reality.
次の瞬間、私は別の可能性を求めて妄想を始めることになった。すでにキュレイシンドロームに陥っていた私の中には疑念などなかったの。ただひたすらに心の底から信じ込んでいたのよ。私の意志は歴史を変えることができるんだ。
A heavy silence reigns between us. The wind suddenly stops blowing. Our surroundings are wrapped up in a complete silence, where not even the leaves can make noise. The clouds slowly stream by. The moonlight begins to disappear. Darkness slowly creeps through the cracks of the tombstones. Izumi-san is across the deep darkness. Her features slowly dissolve into it, like she's a delusion, a fantasy, an illusion. Bullshit! I instinctively stand up. There's no way some bullshit like this is true. It has nothing to do with Curie syndrome or Schrodinger. I'm currently existing here right now, and Izumi-san is really here, in the flesh, sitting down before me. That's the truth. That's the only reality. Reach out my hands and firmly grab Izumi-san's shoulders. Her thin shoulders, they almost feel like they could break right now. So calm down a little bit. See? I mutter this and embrace Izumi-san. I hug her tightly so that she doesn't go anywhere. Like this, she can't disappear. You're here, aren't you? You're here, right? You're actually by my side right now, right? Warmth is overflowing into my arms. Her warm breaths permeate through my chest.
Makoto-kun, ありがとう。大丈夫。私、分かってるから。ずっと信じてるから。だから最初に言ったのよ。話を始める前にどうしても言っておきたかったの。真実かどうかよりも信じられるかどうかの方が大切って。
Regulus, huh? While embracing Izumi-san, I raise my head and look up. Even though the moonlight is blocked by the clouds, the stars are still shining brightly. The many radiant lights are spread out in the deep, dark blue darkness. Why does the distant, endless, starry sky feel so extremely close right now? Feels like if I reach out my hand, I could touch those lights. Well, if you're worried about delusions becoming true, don't think too hard on that. Ah, my hand's on fire. Ah! This is kind of a touching moment I just ruined. At this very instant, those stars are shining.
Makoto-kun, 今まで言ってきたことは心理学者としての私の言葉なの。本当の私は目の前にあるこの現実だけをずっと信じてるのよ。誠くんを失いたくないから、このぬくもりを信じていたいから。
Izumi-san presses her forehead against my chest. She rubs it against me countless times like a spoiled kitten. Tip of her nose tickles my chest. Don't forget this warmth, alright? It'd be really embarrassing if she were to do that. Then, like, one of her nose hairs like gets tickled and then she just sneezes right into it. And there's like snot all in it on the shirt. Just random thoughts. Don't forget my existence, alright? Those are the words Izumi-san said to me just a little while ago. Finally understand the true meaning behind those words. Izumi-san, I believe it too. I believe in your warmth. Because I'll always be there. I'll always be there by your side. That's why I don't want you to talk anymore about foolish things. To me, you're neither a psychologist or a professor. Just a goddess. Seems like a little bit stranger profession than the others. Izumi-san asked me to repeat myself, but I don't answer. I don't think I need to answer. I just embrace her harder. So that's all the answer I need. When I come to my senses, the wind has returned. The night wind carries the scent of her hair, a sweet smell that I could melt into. We continue to silently embrace each other as Leo watches over us. It'd be embarrassing if the others had found him in the graveyard and was watching him too. You know, they're like, and then they look and like the whole gang's there, just like. Because they were talking for quite a while, obviously. Alright, well, that's a lot to think on. It has the potential that all of this is just a delusion. Spurred on by Izumi dying. Again, it doesn't explain anything to do with the bells. Does it explain the other realities? Not really. Or at least not them ending anyway. The loops there, it doesn't explain them ending. I mean, not unless he was really out there delusional, and he, got past that 7th day with each of the girls and lived out a life and kicked the bucket in his delusion, and then went back to the 6 days. That's a whole nother story you could do there. But I don't think that falls into the thing. So I don't think it explains the alternate routes it could go, or the routes we have gone before. So I don't know still don't know actually what the story is here. It's kind of this confusion. It's a little nostalgic now. So do hope you folks enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one. That'll be tomorrow, unless something weird happens, which hopefully don't. Anyway, farewell for now.